GATV was good, fam, was good. It's gravitating away. Listen, I found a rational video to discuss about. Remember the sub situation that happened with them 5 so-called rich, billionaire, whatever. Now, I remember thinking there was a young man that came aboard with his father, and my heart truly went out for the young dude. Whether rich or not, a father, kind of put pressures on their children, particularly their sons, that a lot of people don't understand. I heard people saying the boy was dumb too. He's 19, he's grown, but you don't understand. I would bet and say more so than a normal family. In a rich family, a lot of those rich kids feel pressured. I could imagine father coming up to his 19-year-old son and saying, hey, let's do something that's worth a lifetime, whatever. And son just go along with father, We don't know the type of relationship they have, but nonetheless, I thought how tragic it was, but it was stupid. A lot of people get offended, but it was stupid. And here's why I say it was stupid, because up here, you got a father and son, I'm assuming they got that bread too, that back out of the trip last minute. I'm gonna let them tell their story, but bravo. God spoke to y'all, or y'all common sense finally hit y'all. And I know they're about to live life to the fullest, knowing this father almost did what that father did to his son. So without a further ado, man, let's go ahead and play this shit, man.
This Las Vegas billionaire and his son had planned to go on the fatal
Another billionaire.
voyage of the submersible, but pulled out. OceanGate CEO Stockton Rush scoffed at their fears, texting, "It's way safer than flying in a helicopter."
No, this motherfucker did it. Yo, famous last words. Yo, by the way, sidebar. If any of you researched this whole incident and seen videos prior to it, this fool over here, I'm not even going with that, knockoff PlayStation, Xbox controller. I'm talking about the tons of red flags. Not even with the ship. I'm talking about this guy in general. The character that he represents, I wouldn't trust this man. Yo, the red flags was really something crazy to look at. Read this shit, yo. It's way safer than flying in a helicopter or even scuba diving. Yeah, let's get back to the video.
Or even scuba diving. My son's friend researched what could go wrong and put a little scare in him. Financier Jay Bloom texted Rush. But Rush dismissed their fears as stupid stuff. How do you feel about that now?
Stockton actually believed what he was saying. His intentions were good. He had a good heart. He was a good man. He believed and he drank his own Kool-Aid.
Seemingly desperate to fill empty seats, Rush offered Bloom and his son a $200,000 discount.
Let's process this real quick. I'm telling you, forget the knockoff PlayStation controller. Forget the red flags with I call this a container, by the way. I was in the military, particularly in the Navy. I'm not calling this a sub. But listen, forget even the red flags with this container. This brother right here, the way he speak, how he has this nonchalant attitude about risking people's lives in the depths of the ocean, hell nah. So the trip to get on board is $250,000. This brother over here is offering them a $200,000 discount. If that's not a red flag, man, I don't know what the hell is, yo.
Last minute price is $150,000 per passenger, he wrote, but they passed. Instead, Jay Bloom and his son Sean's places were taken by Pakistani mogul Shahzada Dawood.
Whoa! Now, I don't know how many of you young folks ever watch Final Destination? Yo, that shit is mad scary. I'm not gonna lie to you. Switch places? And look at this father's goofy smile. Don't say I'm being too harsh. With all that money in the world, you wanna go do something thrilling? Do that shit by yourself. Ain't no freaking way. Now, you guys don't understand why I'm being so harsh. You can say whatever you want about this 19-year-old young man over here choosing to go with his father. To me, he's just being a good son. put that blame on this father. How could y'all not see the red flags with that goofy offering a trip like that? What switch? They switch. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, man, I got chills listening to that.
Son.
I see that father and son that took the seats that we passed on, and but for the grace of God, that could be our picture.
Discovery Channel host Josh Gates took a test drive on the Titan and posted.
Now, would it have been hating? Let's just say you had, knowledge of who switched place with you. I'm asking y'all, if you had knowledge of who's gonna switch place with you to get on board this disaster tube, would you reach out to them, even if it means the optics show that you're taking money away from Goofy Buddy over there? Because me personally, if I had that prior knowledge, I would reach out to them and tell them why, there's open seats right now. I'll tell them why I'm not bringing my son. You have a son, I have a son. We got all this money in the world. Our son represents our legacy. More than likely, they will be the heir of whatever, companies we got. I'm gonna tell you why I'm choosing not to go on board. Now, I'm asking y'all again, if you had prior knowledge, would you warn the people that's about to replace your seat? Because that is crazy, man.
I walked away due to my safety concerns. BBC cameras captured the chilling moments on a voyage last year when it was discovered an engine had been, get this, put on backwards.
Bruh, every time the timeline progresses, this story doesn't get any better. Like, there's no chill with breaking down this whole thing, yo. It gets worse and drastically worse. And the nerve of you getting mad at people laughing about, you know what? I don't even think folks really was laughing. You just have people making memes, and naturally the internet is undefeated. You don't want to feel any of that? Get the hell off. The internet is undefeated. I'm not safe from it. You're not safe from it. But check me out real quick. There's people that just giving common sense to it. They're bringing logic where logic was ignored. You can't get mad. Save that smoke for everybody that ignored the red flags and the lunatic CEO who, if he was alive, should have been charged. I repeat, if he was alive and didn't jump on board and them folks died alone, that fool should be charged. I don't care what waiver is there. This is beyond gross negligence, yo.
One of the thrusters is thrusting backwards right now.
Look at that passenger's reaction. The mission went ahead anyway. The most serious structural flaw may have been using carbon fiber and titanium in the pressure hull. Famed director James Cameron, whose film Titanic is the 4th most popular movie of all time, appeared on Good Morning America with Bob Ballard, the explorer who discovered the Titanic wreck.
The Achilles heel of the sub was the composite cylinder that was the main hull that the people were inside. That carbon fiber composite cylinder is now just in very small pieces.
Bob Ballard.
Real quick, when I was in the Navy, I wanted to be in a submarine. I had a buddy of mine. You gotta score real high, by the way. I just about made the score where I could have had that shot to do that because a buddy of mine scored high on the ASVAB. And, after boot camp, you all go to your training stations. A stations, whatever you call it in your respective branches. And my buddy went to sub school. It's in Connecticut. And he showed me his bonus. I'm not gonna repeat it, but let me tell you something. No, it was not my youth that was astonished by the amount. Even today, that amount will set you up where you only can go up in life. And so I started studying about subs. And I'm telling you how that container, again, it was a container, was constructed, how it was constructed. Like I said, if that CEO did not go on board and lived, he should be, honestly, he should go to jail, man. Ain't no debating that.
Ballard has known Stockton Rush for 20 years.
His dream was to go down and explore the Titanic, but unfortunately that dream turned into a nightmare.
Debris from the Titan was discovered just 500 yards from the Titanic. The submersible is believed to have sustained a catastrophic implosion less than 2 hours after starting its descent. The 5 passengers apparently did not suffer. Death came to them in a flash just...
I hate when people say that. I really hate when y'all say that. We don't freaking know. Unless you were the one that died. I can't stand when y'all say that. They felt no pain. You guys are always trying to pretty up a picture, but why not instill some of that fear so you don't get the idiots that don't have the signs to understand red flags maybe a graphic understanding of that is what will, you know, leave their ass off a container like that. They felt no pain. Come on, man, y'all be bugging out with that shit.
30,000th of a second. There are apparently no remains to recover. The bodies were disintegrated.
Of course.
And we're learning that the youngest passenger, 19-year-old Suleiman Dawood, was terrified but agreed to go with his dad as a Father's Day gift.
You notice what they just said? Was terrified. Father's Day gift. Again, this pressure some of us as sons have to, you know, satisfy our fathers. This is why I say F that dad, bro. F him. F that man, bruh. I feel so bad for that young dude, yo.
Distraught aunt appeared on the Today Show.
To know that my Suli didn't feel a moment's pain, that his brain didn't even realize, that's relief.
Alright, it's over with, man. Like, I really would like y'all opinions on this, and I ask you guys this time and time again, but for real, I really want to know y'all opinions on this. But that's crazy. Moments before they even got on board, there was another set of father and son that said hell no. I would have liked to know that shit, yo. I really would have liked to know that, man. Bruh. Look, gravitating the way. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Whatever you do, please keep coming back. But man, I think I'm about to go hug all my sons, man. I'm sorry, man. Daddy will never put y'all in dumbass situations like that. I'ma holla at y'all. Yo.
If it's love, I want everything. Touch my soul, touch my heart, don't judge my mental. They told me that life is simple, been real since Papa Pimple. I started out in the Renault Sonata, the presidential. Speak once and listen twice. They told me that less is simple.